The Almighty chose not to include certain creatures on Noah's ark, the fish and marine life. In the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 7, it is written that when God revealed his plan to destroy the world with a flood, he told Noah that he would wipe out all humans whom he had created, along with the animals, crawling creatures, and birds of the sky, as he regretted having made them. Interestingly, the fish and other aquatic creatures were not part of this plan of destruction. Some passages in the Genesis flood account may help clarify whether the fish were affected by the deluge or not. In Genesis 6, verse 17, it is stated that God would bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all living beings with the breath of life under heaven. Everything on the land would perish, as the floodwaters would drown them. Logically, the aquatic animals would not be impacted by the additional water. It is also challenging to see how fish could be described as having breath, like the terrestrial animals and birds that were selected to board the ark. But the fish and marine creatures were left out. Teeming with life, male and female creatures of birds, fowl, and animals shall accompany you, each according to their own kind. Every crawling thing on the ground, 2 of each type, will come to you to be preserved. Gather and store every kind of edible food, for it will sustain you and the animals. This suggests that marine life could endure the flood without the need for the ark. Once upon a time in the early days of humanity, Cain and Abel were brothers. One day, after Cain killed his brother, the Lord asked Cain, "Where is Abel, your brother?" Cain responded defiantly, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But the Lord knew what had happened and said, "What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries to me from the ground. Now you are cursed from the earth, which has received your brother's blood by your hand. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its strength to you. You will be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth." Cain lamented, "My punishment is too great to bear. Today you have driven me from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be a wanderer on the earth, and anyone who finds me will kill me." The Lord reassured him, "Whoever kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over." To protect him, the Lord placed a mark on Cain so no one would kill him. Cain left the Lord's presence and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. There he started a family. His wife bore him a son, Enoch, and Cain built a city, naming it after his son. Enoch had a son named Irad, who fathered Mehujael. Mehujael fathered Methuselah, and Methuselah fathered Lamech. Lamech had 2 wives, Adah and Zillah. Adah bore Jabal, the ancestor of those who live in tents and keep livestock. His brother Jubal was the father of all who play the harp and organ. Zillah bore Tubal-Cain, a master of brass and ironwork, and his sister was Naamah. One day, Lamech spoke to his wives, "Adah and Zillah, listen to me. I have killed a man who wounded me, a young man who hurt me. If Cain is avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times." Meanwhile, Adam and Eve had another son named Seth, for Eve said, "God has granted me another child in place of Abel, whom Cain killed." Seth had a son named Enos, and during his time people began to call on the name of the Lord. Generations passed, and Adam's descendants multiplied. Adam lived to be 930 years old and had many children. Seth lived 912 years, fathering many children, including Enos. Enos lived 905 years, his line continuing through Canaan, Mahalaleel, Jared, and Enoch. Enoch walked faithfully with God, and then he was no more, because God took him away. Methuselah, Enoch's son, lived the longest of any human, reaching 969 years. His son Lamech lived 777 years and fathered Noah. Lamech believed Noah would bring comfort concerning their toil on the cursed ground. Noah lived to be 500 years old and had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. As the population of the earth began to expand, daughters were born to men. The sons of God noticed these daughters and found them beautiful. They chose and married them as they pleased. However, the Lord observed this and declared, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years." During this era, giants roamed the earth. When the sons of God had children with the daughters of men, their offspring became mighty and renowned men. Unfortunately, the Lord saw that human wickedness was widespread, and every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. This deeply grieved the Lord, and he regretted creating humanity. In his sorrow, he decided, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, along with the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them. Yet among the chaos, one man stood out, Noah. He was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth was corrupt in God's sight and filled with violence. Seeing the corruption, God decided to end all life, saying to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. God instructed Noah to build an ark from gopher wood, with rooms inside and coated with pitch inside and out. He gave specific dimensions, 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. The ark would have a roof, an entrance on the side, and 3 decks. The Lord then told Noah, I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. God instructed Noah to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive. This included birds, animals, and all creatures that move along the ground. Additionally, Noah was to gather all kinds of food that would be eaten and store it away as food for his family and the animals. Noah, with unwavering faith, heeded the divine command. With hands weathered by time and eyes gleaming with purpose, he set forth to fulfill the will of the Almighty. And so, he began the monumental task of building an ark, a vessel of salvation amidst the impending deluge that would engulf the world. For 40 days and 40 nights, Noah toiled tirelessly, guided by the vision bestowed upon him by the heavens. He gathered the chosen ones of every creature, from the majestic lion to the humble sparrow, each pair representing the promise of life amidst the torrents of destruction. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by 7s, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by 2, the male and his female. Of fowls also of the air by 7s, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth, commanded the voice, echoing through the chambers of Noah's soul. With meticulous care, Noah fulfilled the divine decree, welcoming the creatures of the earth into the sanctuary of the ark. Clean beasts came to him by 7s, while the unclean by 2s, each pair a testament to the promise of redemption amidst the cataclysmic storm that loomed on the horizon. And as the appointed day drew near, Noah and his kin stepped into the ark, guided by the hand of providence. The great doors of the vessel closed behind them, sealing their fate within the embrace of the Almighty's will. For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth, spoke the voice, a harbinger of the impending tempest that would sweep across the land. And so the heavens opened their floodgates, unleashing upon the earth a deluge of divine wrath. The rain fell in torrents, a relentless cascade that drowned the world beneath its merciless tide. But within the confines of the ark, amidst the ceaseless rhythm of raindrops, life continued to flourish under the watchful gaze of Noah and his kin. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, until finally, the waters began to recede. Like a tide of mercy ebbing back into the embrace of the earth, the ark, guided by the hand of providence, found its resting place upon the sacred peaks of Ararat, a beacon of hope amidst the desolation. As the land emerged from the depths of the flood, Noah, ever faithful, sought signs of renewal. He sent forth a raven and then a dove, messengers of hope in a world reborn. And when the olive leaf appeared in the dove's beak, a symbol of peace and restoration, Noah knew that the time had come for a new beginning. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry, recounted the Scriptures, a testament to the triumph of faith amidst the trials of adversity. With hearts overflowing with gratitude, Noah and his kin emerged from the ark, stepping onto the rejuvenated earth, where the promise of abundance and fertility awaited them. And God spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee of all flesh, both of fowl and of cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful, and multiply upon the earth. With reverence and humility, Noah obeyed the command of the Almighty, leading forth every living creature from the sanctuary of the ark. The beasts of the field, the birds of the air, and the creatures of the sea rejoiced in their newfound freedom, their cries of jubilation echoing across the expanse of the earth. And Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. In a gesture of reverence and thanksgiving, Noah offered sacrifices upon the altar, a testament to the enduring bond between mortal and divine. And as the aroma of burnt offerings ascended to the heavens, so too did the covenant of mercy and forgiveness, a pledge sealed in the annals of time. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor, and the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more everything living as I have done. Thus, amidst the echoes of a world reborn, Noah and his descendants embraced the promise of a future blessed by the benevolence of the Almighty, where the cycle of life would endure for all eternity. And as the sun set upon the horizon, casting its golden rays upon the earth, Noah bowed his head in gratitude, knowing that he had been chosen to bear witness to the boundless mercy of the heavens above.